This is Italian football lover channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 34 games of Bundesliga. This is the last week of Bundesliga, my dear friends. The season is ending up. And let's start with Union Berlin-Freiburg game. Our predictions. Union Berlin is going to be at home. They are third to last on the point table. They have just 30 points. They are 2 points back of Mainz, and they are in so hard relegation struggle. They have to win this game. Really, they are supposed to win this game. Otherwise, they will play in Bundesliga 2 next season. Union Berlin lost against 4-3 Bochum at home, and they stayed draw against 0-0 Gladbach in away game. Again, they lost against 3-2 Köln in last away game, and they lost against 5-1 Bayern Munich before at home. Freiburg is good team, decent team, but they couldn't get any victory in Bundesliga for a long time. They stayed draw against 1-1 Mainz at home. They remained draw against Heidenheim 1-1 at home. They won versus 1-0 Darmstadt in away game. They stayed draw against Köln 0-0 in last away game. This game may end up in draw, my dear friends. Please don't forget that. But Union Berlin is going to be so ambitious at home. This is their last chance to stay in Bundesliga. Because of that, by a little margin, I wanna take a chance to Union Berlin last time for victory. Union Berlin 2, Freiburg 1 is my prediction for this game. Second game, Hoffenheim Bayern Munich. Hoffenheim is going to be at home. Hoffenheim good and decent team. They won versus 6-0 Darmstadt in last away game. They stayed draw against Leipzig 1-1 in last match at home before they won versus Mönchengladbach 4-3 at home. Hoffenheim is playing better at home. Bayern Munich is on the second spot, and they lost the championship against Leverkusen this season. Bayern Munich won versus 2-1 Frankfurt at home. They won versus 5-1 Union Berlin in away game, but they lost against 3-1 Stuttgart in last away game. They won versus Wolfsburg 2-0 in last match at home. Hard clash is awaiting us, my dear friends. Sometimes Bayern Munich got bad results in away games, but I want to take a chance to Bayern Munich for victory. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2 is my prediction for this game. Wolfsburg Mainz, off, my dear friends. Wolfsburg is going to be at home, and they won versus 1-0 Bochum at home. They won against 3-0 Darmstadt at home. This Wolfsburg team lost against 2-0 Bayern Munich in last away game. Mainz has 32 points. They got back-to-back victories at home in the recent matches, but they are playing way more better at home. They won versus 3-0 Dortmund in last match at home. They stayed draw against Köln 1-1 at home. Mainz stayed draw against Freiburg and Heidenheim 1-1 in the last 2 away games of Bundesliga. If Mainz win this game, they will surely stay in Bundesliga. But so hard clash is awaiting us, my dear friends. Mainz has superiority against Union Berlin in general average, but in binary average, Union Berlin has superiority against Mainz in case of points being equal of Mainz and Union Berlin teams. This is a possibility, but I feel in that way this game will end up in draw, my dear friends. Draw. Wolfsburg 1, Mainz 1. We will see what's gonna happen. And Leverkusen Augsburg off. Leverkusen is going to be at home, and Leverkusen is the champion of Bundesliga. They will finish the season as an unbeatable and invincible team. They will break the record. They showed us amazing performances this season. They won versus 5-0 Bremen at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Stuttgart in last match at home. They scored the goals in the additional minutes of the matches this season so many times, and really they get back to life in the extra minutes of the game so many times this season, my dear friends. And at the same time, Leverkusen won versus 5-0 Bochum in away game. They won against 5-1 Frankfurt in away game. Augsburg got so bad results in the recent weeks. They lost against 5-1 Dortmund in away game. They lost against 3-0 Werder Bremen at home, and they lost against before Frankfurt 3-1 in away game. Leverkusen is way more better team than Augsburg. They will win over against Augsburg. Leverkusen 4, Augsburg 1 is my prediction for this game. Frankfurt Leipzig off. Leipzig has guaranteed to finish the season on the 4th spot. They are 4 points ahead of Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund is on the 5th spot, but Leipzig got 2 consecutive draws. They stayed draw against Bremen 1-1 in last match at home. They remained draw against Hoffenheim 1-1 in last away game before they won versus 2-1 Heidenheim in away game. Frankfurt will be at home. They got bad results in the recent weeks. They lost against 5-1 Leverkusen at home, but they won versus 3-1 Augsburg at home. Frankfurt stayed draw against Mönchengladbach 1-1 in last away game. Hard clash is awaiting us, my dear friends, but I want to take a chance to Leipzig by a little margin. Frankfurt 1, Leipzig 2 is my prediction for this game. Borussia Dortmund, Darmstadt off. Darmstadt is at the bottom of the point table. They will play in Bundesliga 2 next season. They got back-to-back defeats in Bundesliga. They lost against 6-0 Hoffenheim in last match at home. They lost against 1-0 Heidenheim at home. But and they lost against 3-0 Wolfsburg in away game. Before they won versus Köln 2-0 in away game. Dortmund team won versus 5-1 Augsburg at home. Before they stayed draw against 1-1 Leverkusen at home. Dortmund lost against 3-0 Mainz in last away game. But Dortmund is way more better team than Darmstadt. They will win over against Darmstadt. Borussia Dortmund 4, Darmstadt 0 is my prediction for this game. Stuttgart Mönchengladbach, off. Really, Stuttgart was amazing this season and they are on the third spot. They won versus 3-1 Bayern Munich at home. They won against 3-0 Frankfurt at home. And they won versus 1-0 Augsburg in last away game. Mönchengladbach has 34 points. They guaranteed to stay in Bundesliga. They will be relaxed in that game. They stayed draw against 2-2 Werder Bremen in last away game. Before they lost against 4-3 Hoffenheim in away game. They stayed draw against Frankfurt 1-1 in last match at home. But Stuttgart is way more better team than Mönchengladbach. They will finish the season with a victory. Stuttgart 3, Mönchengladbach 1 is my prediction for this game. Werder Bremen Bochum. Bochum has 33 points. If they get just 1 point from this game, they will guarantee to stay in Bundesliga. They need just 1 point. And Bochum team won versus 3-2 Hoffenheim at home, but they lost against 5-0 Leverkusen in last match at home. And Bochum team lost against Wolfsburg 1-0 in away game. They won versus 4-3 Union Berlin in last away game. Werder Bremen got so good results in the last matches of Bundesliga. They stayed draw against 2-2 Gladbach at home before they won versus 2-1 Stuttgart at home. And this Werder Bremen team stayed draw against 1-1 Leipzig in last away game. In my opinion, this game will be in balance. My prediction is draw, my dear friends. Draw. Bremen 1, Bochum 1. And Heidenheim, Köln, this is the last match of the week and last match of this season in Bundesliga. Heidenheim will be at home. Heidenheim got so many draws this season in away games and at home. Heidenheim stayed draw against Heidenheim. This Heidenheim team lost against 2-1 Leipzig at home. And Heidenheim won versus 1-0 Darmstadt in away game. They stayed draw against Mainz 1-1 at home. And this Köln team is second to last on the point table. They will play in Bundesliga 2 next season. And they won versus 3-2 Berlin in last match at home. And this Köln team stayed draw against Mainz 1-1 in away game before they lost against 2-0 Bayern Munich in away game. In my opinion, this game will be in balance. I cannot put forward one side, either of the sides. Because of that, again, my prediction is draw, my dear friends. Draw. Heidenheim 1, Köln 1. All my predictions like this. Match day 34 games of Bundesliga. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. You may write your comments down below. Please click the like button. It makes me so glad. See you next season over again with Bundesliga predictions, my dear friends. Bye!